wonderful 2023. Okay, and so this is a small exercise that I did. So it all come from the Suwen chapter 9, the 6 terms and the Cáng xiàng. So so this is basically is the last paragraph of the chapter. After that, there's 3 more paragraphs. But by the beginning, it will say something like heart, and then 心节, okay, 节, and then the 肝节, or the 肝 means the liver, 节, just like the heart or the liver, and then one by one it describes something. But here at the last paragraph, it say the last one will be the spleen, the 脾. You expect to be 脾节, but it didn't go that way, and say 脾 is right here, and then followed by a lot of organs. This is the spleen, of course, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, triple burner, and even urinary bladder. 节, and then, so then the things continue. Okay, and then it say that form the base of the grain storage, and then it is the location of the nutrients ying qi. Okay, they are named the container. So these group of stuff are named as a container, and its color is yellow. It sounds like earth, and it is the category of an extreme yin. This is a translation from Charles. Extreme yin should be translated as approaching yin, and ji yin, and which connected to the qi of the earth. Okay, then all of a sudden it come out and say all 11 depots or organs receive decision from the gallbladder. So first of all, gallbladder is not here, is not described here. Okay, so all of a sudden there's a sentence just jump out, and then people will say for thousands of years, people will say, oh, may not be a gallbladder. Maybe the heart is the emperor, should make decision for all the 11 depots. But then therefore there are basically three ideas. And the first one is the original one. That means all 11 depots receive decision from the gallbladder. The other one is that because of the dan, gallbladder, so much like the tan is Tanzhong run 17, front move point of the pericardium. So maybe it is like the heart, right? So maybe this is the all 11 depot receive decision from the tan rather than the gallbladder. And then the other people will say, oh, no, it should be all earth organs receive decision from the gallbladder. So this is, instead of 11 depot, it should be earth organs, because the periods talking about the grain storage, talking about the earth, yellow. So maybe it should be the earth. And it is also because in the Chinese character 11, if you written in the old days, it's written in a vertical form. So if you write 11 in a vertical form, it would be just like that. But then earth, 土, earth is written like that. So just a gap difference. Okay, just a gap difference. So so maybe some people say that it is the earth, not 11. So this exercise is to try to find out what was the right one, actually. But there are, of course, there are believers, different believers. The people who believe in 11, that means all 11 people receive decision from the gallbladder, has quite a big, a lot of great people, great doctors believe that. And I just picked 3 of those, 1, 2, and 3. And then basically, of course, people think that when one should not think that the all 11 depots receive decision from the gallbladder. It actually means the gallbladder is the master of 11 organs, or even about the heart. It should not think about that. It is not uncommon in the Neijing to emphasize the function of the certain organ, such as the writing skills. For example, the lung will say lead of the 5 zhang, but doesn't actually mean, you know, he's the emperor of all the 5 zhang. So people will come from this point of view. And then, of course, the famous one is Li Dongyuan. And then he say, he's a believer. He believes this is all 11 depots get decision from the gallbladder. And then the qi of the spleen is the source of all things. And then the gallbladder, the xiàng qi, corresponding to the spring. And then the qi signify rising. And then the rising of the qi in the other 脏腑 dependent on it. So 经过要那个精绝绝序 and then state that. And then this book I couldn't find it. And then he mentioned this book in his book, and then the gallbladder attached to the liver and signify the xiaoyang spring qi. Okay, when there is a rising qi, there is life. So no rising qi, then death. Thus, the Neijing said all 11 organs receive decision from the gallbladder. So you see some a great doctor actually believe in that. And also Yi Guan in the Ming Dynasty, Jiao Xianke, he also believed in that too, but it's a slightly different point of view. It starts coming from the Mingmen fire and stuff. So this is all classic. So for now, I just jumped. I just jumped from now. So since you guys going to get the presentation, so and then probably you will do more research, see more people, kind of a believer of that is 11 peoples, and this is not last but not least is coming from the spiritual point of view, and then spiritual activities are tied into the 5 internal organs and the decision of the gallbladder. For example, in the Neijing of it say that the 5 zhang and 6 fu are a total of 11 different abilities, different emotions. Then use the gallbladder qi. Then each establish its own function. So they depends on the gallbladder. If the gallbladder deficient, you think, but you do not desire. That affected the 5 emotion and causing the 5 emotion organ uneasy. So this is from another point of view, which is not the Mingmen fire, not the Jiangfu organ, but rather on the emotion or spiritual zi, the wu zi, the 5 zi, from that point of view. So people has been try to argue that this is all 11 depots, not the earth depot 2, not the earth depot. But then people has his own belief. So this little exercise is to try to see anything coming up to kind of study or see which one is correct. I know when I start doing it, I thought I may not get an answer. Okay, so this is the methodology of this study. The presentation is to try to be systematical. So first of all, I list out all the gallbladder pattern from our textbook. I try to make it as fundamental as possible. So I use our TCM textbook. Okay, so I try to not go to a paper or publication. I just try to do that as fundamental as possible. So I'll actually look at textbook. And then I list out all the herbal formulas, okay, that treat those patterns and disorders. That is only the gallbladder, of course. Because I have formulas, so I have herbs. So I also lay out all the single herbs in those formulas. And then I write down all the guijing, okay, the channel entry, okay, of these single herbs. Okay, so I know where they go, and then do some sort of a table study and look at the table, and then see how the herbs goes. So if the grading of these single herbs are evenly distributed, okay, go to all 3 gels, then all 3 burners, then we can determine that the version 11 depots is more reasonable. However, if those grading are more contributed or concentrated into the middle burners, so this is all of the herbs, by the way. So if most of them are going to the middle burners, then we can say that this the earth depot, that version, okay, is more reasonable. Okay, so here is the study. So I sorry about that. I have my old book, so I just take a pictures and then put it down. And this is coming from Giovanni. Actually, people have some study about the gallbladder patterns, and the Beijing University has a paper published and then saying that the Li Zhongtang regulate the center, the decoction. Li Zhongtang can help the gallbladder. Of course, I will not use that because Li Zhong already point to the earth, the middles. So I did not take that. To be fair, to myself, to be fair to myself, I thought I would just take very fundamental books, and Giovanni has a lot, and like Dr. Dang's book, only 2 patterns. It turns out if you look at all these reference books or textbooks, gallbladder seems to be the gallbladder pattern is not a lot. If you compare with spleen, kidney, lung, the other organs has more patterns, but gallbladder patterns has much less than the others. And I think Giovanni already stuck a lot of stuff in there. But I only take the gallbladder pattern, not the combined like liver and gallbladder. I don't take that, just to see. And 2 books, and then I 2 books. Then I have various patterns. Therefore, I have here's are the patterns. Okay, and a deficiency. Basically, only 2: deficiency and access. And then this damn heat, damn coldness. Only Giovanni has it. And then I have these patterns. Then I can list out all the herbs. These are the actually not a lot of herbs, herbal medicines. And I also list out their herbs and the formula. Sorry, the formula and the herbs. Okay, so now I can have the grading. Okay, so I use an Excel spreadsheet, and I totally have 37 herbs. List out all of them, and then listing out the grading, the entering medicine, and then divide it into their meridian into 3 burners. You can see I listed out the heart, the lung, the spleen, the stomach. For example, Ban Sha will go to lung, spleen, and stomach. So I just mark it down. 1, and then and so on. And so this is the list. And you can see, of course, the middle is so much. The earth thing is so much. The middle gel is so much, so that immediately you will see all these herbs. Only 2 of them are not going to the middles. Okay. Even like the Mao Ni, it will go to middle and the kidney. Okay, so it does go to the middle. Okay, so except like Zhu Sha is go to the heart, but not the other job. But then I list this out. But just from the look of it, you see majority of the herbs will actually go to the middle, because in the middle, or the earth, has quite a few organs. And then so we see that just a glance on the table, that most of the earth will actually enter the middle burner. So thus one may say the formulas are mostly earth oriented, And then this is the grain storage. We just talked about this. Actually, if you recall the first page of this presentation, the urinary bladder also you consider as the grain storage. I believe when in the Neijing, when he talked about it, he's just talking about eating and drinking. So eating and drinking, the food will go to the stool, and then and then the fluid will go to the urine. So that's why urinary bladder also involved, listed there. But I did not involve in there, just to be fair in a modern sense. But then even though I don't list it, and you can see majority of the herbs. That means all of the herbs will go to the middle jiao. Just a glance of it. And then, however, if you look at how many times, so that's another look. This is one look. This is one of the point of view. Just a glance of the raw table. But if we plot it out, okay, we plot it out, the heart, the lung, and then how many herbs actually enter the heart, and so on. And then the one that I circle is the grain storage. Okay, so if you look at how many times of each of these herbs, of each of the herbs enter that appears in the Guijing table. The Guijing table is this one, and then when we can make this statistical chart, and we see that, well, even though the herbs will go to the middles, but in terms of number of times, the heart and the lung, that means the emperor and the prime minister, or some people translate as the chancellor, the prime minister and the emperor has as many times as the stomach, right? Very close. That stomach only one herbs more. Okay, so going into the middle organs. So what I'm saying is we can see that the heart and the lung show up as many times as the middle burner organ do. It means that on the average, the herbs go to the upper burner as often as the middle burner. Okay, the heart is the emperor, right? Supposed to control the decisions of the 11 depots. So from the table, look at the table, not the graph. The herbs in those formula treating the gallbladder, enter the earth depots. That's okay. We can see that from our naked eyes. Does the earth Cáng receive decision from the gallbladder? It seems right. But from the graph, okay, this is also possible that for all the 11 depots receive the decision from the gallbladder via the heart. Okay, so that's what I thought too. So when I see that, gallbladder and heart, then all of a sudden I remember something that I studied before. So this is actually from the introduction of a medicine, 医学入门 by Li. This is in the and then the in 脏腑相通. That means in his book, he actually mentioned that the heart and the gallbladder are connected. Okay, so let me read what it say. It was Li Shu said in his book. In this book, the book say the heart and the gallbladder are connected. In the case of the palpitation due to the heart disease, it is suitable to warm the gallbladder. In the case of the frightens and craziness due to the gallbladder disease, it's suitable to nourish the heart. Okay, so thus this is possible for the gallbladder to make decision from the all 11 depots through the connection of the heart, that which is the emperor. Okay, so there is well, of course, we know that 脏腑相通. Why these two are connected? It is because this is coming from a Dr. Wang Zhuiyi book, and then he talking about the open pivot close. The open pivot close, the heart is the hand xiaoying, which is a pivot, and then the gallbladder is the foot xiaoyang, which is also pivot. So that's why they are connected. Okay, that's why they are connected. So so this is not. So this is why the heart is so important too, and the emperor. And so that is in practice we do something like that too. Actually, when something wrong with the heart, we treat the gallbladder and vice versa. And from the other hand, this is the Ling Shu chapter 8. The Ling Shu chapter 8 say the liver, which is paired with the gallbladder, store the Hun. And then according to the Ling Shu chapter 8, this Hun soul which follow the heart, the spirit, sorry, not sorry the heart, sorry the spirit, where the spirit is stored in the heart. This is exactly the Ling Shu chapter 8 say. So that's that which follow and coming and goes, 往来, okay, 往来, comes and goes of the Shen is the Huan, and Huan stored in the liver and the pair with the gallbladder as well. So I think in conclusion, I may change it later on, but at least at this very moment, I believe this is the conclusion of this little exercise. That is, if I look at the Zhangfu point of view, then this looks like the earth, the depots receive the decision of the gallbladder directly. However, from the mental point of view, all 11 people received the decision from the gallbladder through the heart. So actually, this concludes my talk. Any questions?
That was fantastic, especially coming on the heels of Dr. Phillips talking about the brain and neuroplasticity.
Exactly.
Tied in so nicely.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool research.
Did not plan that one either. Did not. I should pretend I did. Does anyone have any questions for Dr. Cheung?